Hello, is anyone there? This is Grimm Grinner, on all channels.
Infected attacks rampant in the GAT. The government failed. Unified in the corporation.
Have a safe day.
Desolation. An endless wasteland.
Nothing but static.
Searching for a shred of hope.
Welcome to the Wastes. Good afternoon, Wasteland. This is Grimm Grinner on all channels, and I am so glad to be back. It's far too long since I've been on the airwaves like this. I know it's been a rough time out there. Main thing I know about is, of course, the corporations pushing out further from the GAT, but I'm hoping to get back out there and get my ear to the ground, so to speak, and pick up more of the details of whatever else has been happening in my absence. Although I guess a bit of an update on what happened to me is in order, especially after the last transmission I was able to make. So, while my intended tasks taking me behind the walls of the GAT weren't solid when I first went in there, I was able to get some information on their research into the feral virus. I'm still working on decoding the files, big thanks to Jailbreak being round the clock with hacking into it with that older corporate computer he's fixed up. But what I have gathered is that they did certainly know about the virus before the fall. But whether this Safe Day Foundation were the ones to release it or not is the real question. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, since it sounds like they became the corporations after the fall, so, being behind all the chaos would set them up to be the ones on top. At any rate, they didn't know much about why feral wasn't succumbing to the virus or what makes ferals wander off and become static wraiths. Unless there's something on the drive I smuggled out, then we may be stuck. Or I guess if Farrah comes back, who knows. The other thing I was able to discover inside the walls was that the GAT is definitely still trying to experiment with whatever the feral virus was originally intended to do. They were taking people from the low-run districts into the science division to run tests and try and figure out how to perfect the virus and the effects of the brain control stuff. I mean, the coffee there does a good enough job, but with that being needed every day, I guess the corporations want a more permanent fix. Easier to control the citizens they've saved if they can just hit them with one dose and never have to worry again. So basically, I learned a lot of the stuff that we already know about how evil the corporations are, just from the perspective of your friendly wasteland voice in the static. And I guess they were also willing to sacrifice a whole district just to try and kill me, so, they're desperate. Although that might just be our favorite elite, Agent Zeta. Big shout out there, by the way. If it wasn't for you paying too much attention to whether I was dead or not, I wouldn't have been able to disguise myself as an agent, get all sorts of fun little goodies that I've stashed in a safe place should I need them again. I hate their suits, but I could use some of that gear to get out of a dire situation. As for the district Zeta wiped out, I do have it on good authority that the bounty on the Shawa rats is finally done with. Despite their actions when they were out here a few years back, the sudden influx of new faces that can help out has redeemed them enough in Nanny Bear's eyes that they're no longer going to be on the Medbay's bounty boards. Sorry to any hunters that were hoping to cash in on that, but I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of new ones showing up soon. Speaking of which, I wonder if my face is going to show up on posters again with a nice big new number. It'll be funny to see how long Zeta's fuck-up gets posted for the Wasteland to see. Now that I think about it, I'm almost curious what's going to happen to them. Kind of unfortunate that we didn't get to have a face-off mano-y-mano. They'll probably be decommissioned or something like that for losing the corporation's topmost wanted in such a big way, too. Oh well, sucks to be them, I guess. But enough about my shenanigans, Wasteland. I want to hear from you. Grimm Grinner, your voice in the static, the microphone menace, the radio rebel is back. And I'm happy to be here broadcasting on all these channels. I got so used to being a pirate radio station back in the GAT, and I mean, who knows? Maybe someone will take up that mantle for me inside there. But out here in the wastes, I'm going to transmit as much as I can whenever I can. So hit me with the... Wait a second, what the... Sorry, Wastelanders, I just noticed a small note here in the transmission booth with a tape attached. You might want to play this when you're back. Up to you if you air it or not. Thought you might just want this. An old friend. Well, that's ominous as fuck. An old friend? I don't have many of those, at least none that would know where the bunker is. Even then, that list is really small. Shit. Sorry, Wasteland. This has to be something I have to hold off on airing until I get a chance to listen to it myself. I did just get back, so I'd like to at least have a day before someone hits me with another danger out there. At any rate, I'll be turning on the radios here in the bunker to listen in on my usual channels. So, if you got news from out there, hit me with it. I'll also be making a trip to Burblack and the Cap Stash in the next couple days to check in with folks, so I'm sure I'll hear a bunch to report on then too. Oh, and Mazzy, if you're listening, I'm sorry I didn't deliver the message myself, along with those new friends I sent your way. But I'm sure you can handle it. I'll swing by so you can rip me a new one soon. I feel like I'm going to be doing that a lot coming up. Well, this has been Grimm Grinner, back home on all channels. See you in the wastes. Welcome to the Wastes is a Voice in the Static production, written, starring, and produced by Edward Grimm Grinner Hutchinson. You can find Welcome to the Wastes on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and other social media sites, and there's a merch store through Etsy. Links are in the episode description. Welcome to the Wastes is also made possible with the love and support of listeners and Wastelanders like you. If you want to help support the show on Patreon, that link will also be in the description, alongside the list of monthly supporters. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the Wastes.